keeping you company this Ramadan.
The time is 20 minutes past 9. You're still tuned in to Salam Media with me, Selaelo, standing in for Ashraf Garda. He'll be back tomorrow, 8 to 10, on the Ashraf Garda show this Ramadan, where he'll be giving you everything that I'm giving you today and even more with regards to the world that's happening in and around you, giving all the news that you need to know when you need to know. But joining me right now is Imtiaz Suliman. He's the Director and Portfolio Manager at Sentio Capital Management. And we'll be chatting a bit about Sentio Capital Management, who they are, what they do, and how they can help you gain financial independence. Assalamu alaikum, Imtiaz. How are you?
Wa alaikum salam. Alhamdulillah, and you?
I'm well. Thank you so much for joining us. Let's just jump right into it. Tell us a bit about Sentio. What do you guys do?
Yeah. So basically, Sentio is an asset manager that was founded in 2007. So we're 16 years old this year. Essentially, what we do is we invest on behalf of investors in different markets, so both within South Africa and globally, all in the listed space. So, we'll go and buy shares, we'll go and buy sukuks, we'll go buy commodities, put that into a unit trust, and try and meet investors' goals. So, whether they want to save for education, save for Hajj or pilgrimage, or retirement, or whatever it may be, we want to try and grow that money so that they can reach their financial goals in the future.
Speaking on helping your clients reach, their investment financial goals, what type of investment products do you offer?
So we've got two unit trusts in the Sharia space. The one is a Sharia equity fund, and the other one is a Sharia balance fund. The difference between the two is that the equity fund just invests in shares, both in South Africa and globally. So, for example, in markets around the world, Europe, the US, Asia, etc. That fund has a bit more of a growth element to it, and over the long term, it should give you a higher return than the balance fund. The balance fund, because it's called balanced, it has different asset classes in its mix. So we've got equities, we've got sukuks, which is an income instrument, we've got commodities, you've got gold, for example, and these different asset classes are put in the portfolio so that you can achieve a return, above the consumer price index over the long term. It's a bit more diversified than the equity fund, and it comes with ultimately lower volatility than the equity fund. So these two unit trusts, from a Sharia perspective, is what Sentio offers.
Mm-hmm. And when it comes to your Sharia investment products, can you unpack what that means to the end investor?
Yeah, basically, from a Sharia perspective, there's certain rules that needs to be followed and governed before it can be classified as a Sharia investment. So, for example, when we invest from a Sharia perspective, we don't invest in any companies that deal in alcohol, that have pork products, that sell tobacco products, that sell weapons, for example. These are not Sharia compliant. And the whole principle of Sharia compliance
Okay, we see.
Okay.
Okay, Imtiaz. You're just breaking up a bit there. But I think we got the gist of what you're saying. With regards to your share investment products. Your tagline is "Invest for Good." What does that mean? What does that stand for?
Yeah, basically, invest for good means that we want to invest, and also by doing good. So, for example, by not investing in those companies that are not Sharia compliant. So, for example, tobacco companies, companies that sell weapons. That's also investing for good. And then you also want to invest for good in terms of having an impact. From an example, companies that are ethically based, companies that are concerned about the environment, do take into account environmental goals, social goals, governance goals. And these are companies that are ultimately more robust from a financial standpoint, but also will outlive their peers over a longer period because they take a broader set of factors than just financials into account. And then invest for good is also making sure that the company is ethically based, the company staff is treated in a manner that is conducive to their well-being, and ultimately the impact we have on society needs to be a positive one.
Mm-hmm. And lastly, and I think more importantly to whoever's watching and listening, a potential investor, how can they find you? How can they get hold of you?
So the easiest way would be to go to our website, which is www.sentio, capital.com. We're also on the various media platforms such as Instagram, LinkedIn for the professionals out there, and they're welcome to go to the website. There is a specific Sharia web page there that has a lot of info, and there's also contact numbers which one can access from the website.
Mm-hmm. No, thank you so much for giving us your time, Imtiaz. I'm sure a lot of those that are watching will be interested in this, products, different products that you guys have going on. I'm sure we'll be speaking to you again in the next week. Just like so much for giving us your time.
Shukran. Assalamu alaikum.
That was Imtiaz Suliman. He's the director and portfolio manager at Sentio Capital Management. You can visit their website. It's www.sentio, Sentio, Sentio, www.sentio-capital.com, or you can send them an email at info@sentio-capital.com if you're interested in any of the investment products that they have to offer. We're going to take a quick break, and when we come back, we'll be chatting to the president of the World Uyghur Congress, based out in Germany. His name is Dolkan Isa. He'll be talking to us a bit about the Uyghur Muslims in China and some of the atrocities that are forced onto them. One of them being Ramadan, and them being, forced to not observe Ramadan, essentially being banned from being observed in that part of the world. We'll be chatting to him after the break.